Hey folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. We did the melee role quest for Dawntrail last time, and it's time for physical range. To steal a steel hog. Greetings! So you have decided to aid my people in retrieving our treasure, yes? They will be glad to know my long and arduous journey from our homeland in the distance south of XIV was not in vain. Wow, your lighting sucks at dusk, apparently. I'm just going for it, even though it's about to be nighttime, because this is going to be long. As for the treasure we would have you recover, it contains the undying essence of an armadillo to Role Quests. These steel hogs, as we call them, rely on their tough hides to protect themselves from predators. The legends speak of one that lived to an extraordinary age, perhaps due to its natural suit of armor, and came to be known as the Lord of the Forest. At the end of its long life, our ancestors enshrined the Vidral's soul within the steel hog vessel. For generations since, the divine blessings it bestows have been a great boon to my people. Those under its protection need not fear wild beasts, for fang and claw cannot harm them. This allows us to hunt in the forest without risking our lives. This treasure, so crucial to our people, was stolen by a tall, slender merchant, or rather, a man posing as one. He came bearing exotic wares from foreign lands and served alcohol freely, toasting often to new friendships. My people became caught up in celebration, and in the morning, the merchant was gone, along with the steel hog vessel. Without it, we cannot bestow its blessings afresh upon our hunters. The effects wanes over time, and one by one we are losing our protection against the savage predators that stalk our lands. And I and my granddaughter Gyr still possess the treasure's blessing. We have been tasked with locating the steel hog vessel and returning it to the village. The trail led us here to Tulial, where we believe the perpetrator boarded the ship and made good his escape. The journey here has already pushed this decrepit body of mine beyond its natural limits, and a lengthy voyage by sea would likely be my end. Though I urged Gyr not to make the crossing alone, she was determined to give chase. Given that you hail from across the ocean, your knowledge of those lands will prove invaluable to her. Not only that, but our quarry may use the steel hog vessel to his own ends. Only a skilled warrior can stand against such a foe, and Gyr is no warrior. Looks like refusal isn't an option. Fine, I'll help. I am truly grateful. My granddaughter's first port of call is a place called Alamigo. You see, the thief took all of his wares with him. The only clue left behind was an empty bottle of whatever grog he was serving. After asking the sailors here, it seems it was produced in Alamigo, with no other leads, Gyr set forth. Once you arrive, she should not be difficult to find. These days, only a handful of Gyr attempt the journey, most of them the brutish mercenaries. Gyr is a far daintier creature, and is sure to have made a favorable impression on the locals. May the steel hog watch over you. As Gyr has traveled to Alamigo, perhaps you should begin your search by asking around at Ralger's Reach. Yes, I met the Gyr girl you're after. She was looking for a tall, thin man, some sort of thief, apparently. Sound a bit like the leader of a gang of bandits that lurks around Virjala, so I told her as much. Chances are that's where she's headed. I hope she stays out of trouble. Remember the days when you could ride mounts in the endgame hub? Yeah, me too. Or one of the endgame hubs, anyway. Gyr, you say? As it happened, she came over while I was cleaning the cannons. She showed me an empty arak bottle and said she was looking for the bloke who had belonged to. Thing is, that brand's found all over Alamigo, so I wasn't able to help narrow down her search. Yes, I saw Gyr on my patrols, but he carried an enormous axe. Not at all like the person you describe. Here, let me apply some of this ointment. It's a common remedy where I come from. Oh, are you here to lend a hand? This poor soul was attacked by highwaymen and I could use help tending to his wounds. Don't worry about me. It's my escort who's the trouble. He's in pursuit of the thieves, and I fear he's bitten off more than he can chew. Please, will you aid him? You thieving bastards! What? But how? Hold. Blah. Nothing like a bit of divine intervention to tip the scales in my favor. With this artifact in my hands, I am invincible. Another one, eh? Nothing that matters. How cool, Jaw! It's time you earned your coin. I appreciate the assistance, but he wasn't joking about divine intervention. Some strange force pushed me away. Can't even get near them. I might be regretting the, yeah, just do it at nighttime decision. Might be. Because what's lighting? The Steelhawk vessel, returning at once, and the stolen goods. Ho ho ho! You followed me all the way here from your backwater village. Alas, your journey has been for naught. The vessel is mine. I will make better use of the artifact than you and your ilk ever could. By the might bestowed upon me, I will become savior of the oppressed and the destitute. In light of my grand ambitions, the vessel's power will be wasted on the likes of you. You cannot hunt without it. I might suggest a change of diet. I hear acorns are delicious at this time of year. Damn it, I was so close. But no, it's not the time for regrets. These two are in need of a healer. I'll see them safely to Rogger's Reach. Would you mind meeting us there? Once your injuries have been treated, we'd better tell the resistance soldiers what happened. Well, I'm glad we made it to safety without any more trouble. Those bandits wouldn't dare step foot in this place. How rude of me! I never asked your name, or how you chanced across us for that matter. You came all the way from Tulio, all at my grandfather's behest. I can't tell you how grateful I am. As for the highwaymen, they possess the Steelhawk vessel, a treasure from my village. Not only does it grant protection from harm, it also produces a potent blast when the barrier is dispelled. As long as our enemies have the vessel, attacks at close quarters will be extremely risky. Although, as we say in my village, cracks form in even the mightiest of shields. Knowing this, we are careful not to rely too heavily on its power. Now that the Steelhawk vessel has been stolen, this self-same power is being turned against innocent people such as yourselves. I only hope you can forgive me for allowing this to happen. There's nothing to forgive. If anything, we should thank you for coming to our aid. That Shadowfeet and his lackeys have a lot to answer for. Indeed, we'll give the resistance our testimonies, and with any luck, the information will go some way to clapping those bandits in iron. We'll go with you. The soldiers here need to be warned about the vessel. No. Leave that to us. We'll relay what you've told us, word for word. After all, you'll need to move quickly to have any chance of getting your artifact back. When you catch those robbers, give them one from me. How about you, Arya? I hope I can count on you to be there for whatever else comes next. I knew it! I sense you're eager to get started, but I need time to plan our next move. Bandits are known for being found easily. I was surprised to see a fellow Mamul among them. I can't imagine why that cockerel Jaw would work for a Shadowfeet of all people. Bandits abound. Arya, I heard something that might help us. One of the soldiers has been contending with the same bandits who stole the vessel. I'll go and find him. Give me a moment, would you? Sorry to keep you waiting. When she told me she'd been sent an assistant, I never would have guessed it'd be the savior of Alamigo herself. You're something of a local celebrity, I take it. I'd love to hear more about that, but for now, let's concentrate on the matter at hand. Yes, quite. The bandits you've been chasing are behind the spate of recent incidents in Alamigo. What's more, it appears that Shadowfeet is part of a larger network known as the Passage of the Unbound, which is spreading its mayhem far and wide. In particular, they've been carrying out raids on trade caravans heading here from Gridania. We've increased patrols along that route, but the bastards strike so quickly that they've usually made good their escape by the time aid arrives. On the rare occasions we've caught them in the act, they use some kind of device or magic object to deflect our arrows and send us sprawling. That's the Steelhawk vessel! It was stolen from my village, you see. I'm sorry for all the trouble it's caused. The one who took it, Shadowfeet, said something about using its power to help the oppressed and destitute. What do you think he meant by that? That sounds familiar. Reports say that thieves were shouting something along those lines during the other raids. Claim the merchants are overworking and underpaying their laborers, and therefore deserve to be targeted. I don't see how stealing a bunch of goods helps the workers, and there's not a shred of evidence that anyone is being exploited. If you ask me, they're just in it for the money. In any case, their reasons won't matter a jot once they're behind bars. But for that, we'll need to catch them first. The most recent incident occurred near Porta Praetoria, one of the waypoints on the road to the palace. If you want to know more, you best hear it straight from the commander there. Anyway, send word along to let her know you're coming, assuming you are, that is. Yes, of course. Much appreciated. Sounds like a promising lead. The soldiers here were good enough to explain the lie of the land around here, so I shouldn't have any trouble making the journey by myself. I'll see you there. Good, you're both here. My colleague at the Reach has told me everything. I can confirm that we've had several sightings of Shadowfeet in this gang in recent days. They've even taken to ambushing our patrols. Whereas most brigands would flee from armed and armored soldiers, this lot seems to take pleasure in goading us into attacking. The treasure they carry makes them invulnerable. It can also emit a devastating blast, but that's only effective at short range. Shadowfeet wants to draw your soldiers into close quarters because they stand no chance. Well, that explains their uncommon boldness. Thank you. This information will go far in helping us contend with the bandits. Sorry to interrupt. Who might you be? Oh, simple peddlers, my good lady. I myself am of Gordonian stock, and after learning my craft in the market's full I now deliver all manner of finery to eager patrons throughout Eorzea. But enough about that. I hope you'll forgive me, but I couldn't help overhearing you mention a gang of highwaymen. We've heard similar tales from other traders passing through, and it seems some stretches of road are more dangerous than others. In fact, bands are most often seen at a specific location not far from here. If you like, we can take you there ourselves. Please, by all means. Wait, Ari can take care of herself, but I can't allow any more civilians than necessary into an area believed to be teeming with bandits. It seems I have no choice but to ask you to go without me. Sorry, but if those highwaymen did turn up, I wouldn't be much good in a fight. Well, you head off to investigate. I'll see if there's any more information to be had here. Then settled, I shall leave our newfound friend in your capable hands. What? Oh, if you say so. I suppose we should be on our way then. If we do run into those highwaymen, you'll protect us, right? Once headed your way now, you know what to do. What? Unacceptable! Either you do this without my help, or I'll find someone who can. Show some backbone for once. We're almost there. It's just on the other side of this gully. Actually, if it's all the same to you, we'll wait here while you go on ahead. This is actually already more than close enough for my liking. Just doing dancer things, you know, preemptively dancing. It's fine. It's how dancers do it. They dance 10 years before the battle. That's it. Oh. Yeah, it just took a moment for it to update, I guess. That's fine. You beat them? All of them? How very fortunate. Well then, I best contact the boss. I'm sure he'll want to know all about this. No doubt he's still talking to your friend and the commander. They'll be glad to hear you've come to no harm. Never guess what, boss. She trounced a lot of them. Yes, understood. I'm not quite sure why, but he said they'll be here in a jiffy. Is it true? You beat them all single-handedly. Gods be good! I'm glad you're on our side. Anyway, I'll take it from here. My, very impressive, and how jolly convenient for those villains to appear exactly where we thought they would, too. Above all, I'm glad no one was hurt. Well, no one important, that is. I'm relieved to see everyone's safe. It must take a lot of courage to bring Ari here, knowing that danger could be lurking around in every corner. Are you sure you're alright? If you're putting on a brave face for our benefit, there's no need, I assure you. No, we're fine. Couldn't be better. Well then, I say that's enough excitement for one day. We best continue on our way to the Alamegan quarter. Where's the sell, deals to broker, that sort of thing. I dare say it'll be some time before ne'er-do-wells have the gall to descend upon this neck of the desert. And as for you, my friends, I advise you not to stray too far from the beaten path if you know what's good for you. Ta-ta! There's nothing left for us to do here, so let's head back to Porta Praetoria. Well, that was all very strange. One moment they're helping us apprehend criminals, and next they're racing up to peddle their wares elsewhere. Merchants certainly are a busy lot, aren't they? Not that I'm complaining, of course. With those suspects in custody, I'm sure the Resistance will be able to wring some valuable information from them. I expect all that wringing will take a while, though. It looks like we've been given an opportunity for a little rest. You've certainly earned it. Take me to your leader! And I guess I'd say the Resistance has been interrogating the captured highwaymen for long enough to get some answers from them. Any luck, we may even learn more about where we can find Shadow Feet. I'm sure the commander is as eager as we are to put a stop to his misdeeds. Let's go and see if she's unearthed any useful information. Ah, I was just about to send someone for you. Glad you could save me the bother. I have a favor to ask of you both. I'm gonna let the criminal walk free and I want you to follow him. You see, our questioning has revealed that the bandits are indeed working with Shadow Feet. If we cut one of them loose, he might lead us straight to their den. If the mission fails and you're discovered, you may find yourself confronted with an untold number of outlaws. Of course, I considered sending my own men, but I suspect that by now the bandits know our faces. After Arya's little display in the gully, I'm sure she alone can handle whatever trouble may come her way. I'll go with her. If this really does lead us to Shadow Feet, I need to be there when we find him. Very well, but if it comes to a fight, you stay behind Arya. Understood? Have the suspect brought over now, and remember what I said. Stay out of sight until he leaves. Don't look at me like that. I said I'm sorry, didn't I? That you did several times. And as much as it galls me, there's no evidence to contradict your claim that you were acting in self-defense, nor is there tangible proof of any other wrongdoing. We have no choice but to let you go. You have somewhere to go, I presume. Well, I suppose I can find work in caravans, and Alighieri seems as good a place as any to make a quick, I mean, turning over a new leaf. In that case, I'll have you escorted there, but you best keep your nose clean or we'll come down you like a tons of bricks. Turn over a new leaf, my arse. He'll be back among his thieving mates before long. You'll be right there behind him. For now, all we need to know is the location of their den. Do not attempt to approach the suspects. I'll send word ahead to Alighieri. Once you have the information we need, I'll report to the troop station there. This is a chance we've been waiting for. Let's go. There he is. So much for finding work in Alighieri. He's only just arrived and he's already leaving town. Now comes the tricky part, keeping our eyes on him and his eyes off of us. Stay close, but not too close. You know what this means. Grumble, 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 grumble. Rumble. Follow the bandit from a distance. The objective will end in failure if your nose or fall too far behind. I am probably going to speed this up because this is the worst one. ever in the history of following quests. Yeah, I know I'm extra ain't being followed. Nope, no one following you. No one at all. 0 people. Better have a look around first. At least, I say daytime's breaking, but now it's still like 4 a.m. A pretty stone, I bet it's worth a gil or 2. Woohoo, I found this stone on the ground. Still nobody following you. Which way was it? Left, I think? Yes, let's go to the left. Gosh, this area looks familiar. Like, I just can't put my finger on why. I really can't. Better have a look about. Yeah, better do that. Still nobody following you at all. Yeah, see? You're not being followed. Like you said. Not being followed. At all. You can go that way. I'll be over here. Oh, she's over there. Apparently that was the tree I was supposed to go to. Not this tree. This tree was apparent. Left and the others who got caught. Not my problem. Time to head back. Yes. Time to head back. Still not being followed for the record. Why'd you stop? Oh, right, yeah, because I'm actually supposed to walk up to him. Right. Those are the merchants we met at Port of Pretoria. So they just let you go out of the kindness of their hearts. Is that it? Not only that, but you came crawling straight back here, leading whoever they sent to track you right to our doorstep. I swear, no one followed me. The soldiers took me as far as Alligiri and then went back the way they came. I'm sure they were specks in the distance before I even set foot outside of the town. Suppose I have no choice but to take you at your word. Not that it's worth much. Well, now that this charade is over, is at an end, let's change into something a little less drab. XIV, why did you make us fight that woman without the blessing? She could have killed a lot of us without breaking a sweat. A mere oversight, that's all. Well, it pains me to admit it, even with the invulnerability granted by the artifact, the likes of us are ever at the mercy of the truly powerful. I never expected that Mamulja wretch, the higher warrior of such caliber, to retrieve the vessel of pox and those interfering nincompoops. But the Mamulja girl didn't seem a bad sort. Naive, maybe, but it's plain that her heart's in the right place. You are truly pathetic. Not only did you fail miserably, now you're sympathizing with the enemy? Give me one good reason why I shouldn't rid myself of you permanently. No, please! We owe everything to you, XIV. Without you, we are nothing. They were all in on this from the beginning, with XIV pulling the strings. This is how he treats his friends. Imagine what he'd do to his enemies. You couldn't stay away, could you? What? Imbecile! You led them right to us! Kakulja, eliminate these vermin! Let me handle this, Arya. You're from Tyrol, working here as a mercenary, yes? The ones who hired you stole the steel hog vessel from my village. We need his blessing to stand a chance against the beasts of the forest. I can't return home without the vessel. Either you return home empty-handed, or you won't be returning at all. I'd rather not harm a fellow Tyroli, so get out of here before I change my mind. I've bought enough time by listening to your blathering. Don't let me catch you sniffing around our tails. Shadowfeet and his underlings are out of sight. I thought I could make the head Kakuljaw see sense, but he was clearly in no mood to listen. I'd say our best option is to report to the resistance members in Algiria and share what we've learned. Regardless of how things turned out, we appreciate your cooperation in the investigation. The information you provided has certainly given us a lot to consider. From what I hear, you almost came to blows with the Mameljaw cell axe, I suppose. I'm glad it didn't come to violence, especially given the power these bandits have at their disposal. Even so, we thank you for framing such a dangerous mission. No thanks are needed for just as much of this investigation as resistance. And I'm sure we can agree we'll need to we need to work together to take down Shadowfeet in this game. Their performance at Porta Praetoria showed just how cunning they are. It would seem so, yes. I'm told her little act was most convincing. I'll be sure to warn my comrades against similar shenanigans. As for the two of you, be careful out there. All things considered, I'd say that went fairly well. A Shadowfeet used the same trick as the time he came to my village, namely posing as a simple trader when he is in fact a dastardly thief. Still, even the most skilled actor could fake the fear in his men's eyes. Here's a Shadowfeet has complete control over them, and they are powerless to resist. The only one who doesn't seem afraid of him is Kakuljaw. He even let us go when he had no obligation to do so. I think that if we had a chance to talk, we might find some common ground. Seems like wishful thinking to me. Perhaps you're right, but I'm not ready to give up just yet. While I'm certainly not the best fighter, I've been told I'm a good judge of character. For most of my life, I've lived in a remote village deep in the forest. I had hardly any contact with the outside world, so the thought of talking to strangers was quite daunting at first. Over the course of my journey, I've traveled through all kinds of places. If there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Wherever you go, people are people. In the end, our cultures and the places where we grew up don't make that big a difference. None of us are perfect, and we each have our faults. And even if it's harder to find in some than in others, I believe there is good in all of us. That's why I hope we have another chance to speak with the thieves and Kakuljaw. I'm certainly not strong enough to beat any sense into them, so I'll try talking some sense into them instead. Having said, well, all of that, I can't feel even a shred of goodness in that Shadowfeet. Maybe I'm not looking hard enough, or perhaps violence is the only language he understands. Things might get a little rough before he's willing to listen. Anyway, we can save him for last. I'll try thinking of a way to reach out to the other members of the gang. Give me a little time, would you? Okay, you've had your time. The milk of Mameljaw kindness. Alright, I have something resembling a plan. First, we'll need to track down the members of Shadowfeet's gang. Then, we'll try convincing them to leave. considering how terrified most of them were. I'm sure they're eager to free themselves of Shadowfeet and his outbursts. With fewer followers, he'll pose less of a threat to the people of Alamigo and will stand a better chance of taking back the Steelhog vessel. Of course, we now know Kakuja and some of the other members by sight, so it shouldn't take long to track them down. Time for another exciting round of Quiz the Locals then? Rest assured, I'm already a step ahead of you. Besides, if your role is to fend off bandits and the like, mine should be to gather information and whatnot. Does that sound fair to you? As it happens, our resistance friend stationed here had some interesting news to share. Apparently, the two men posing as merchants that we met before were spotted nearby, engaging in trade and conversing with the caravan owners, all to nefarious ends, no doubt. They were last seen in a place called Alagana, so we should head over there right away. One has a beard and the other has blue eyes. Assuming they haven't changed their disguises, they should be fairly easy to find. Aha! Good work, Arya! Why, good morning! What can I do for you? You can start by dropping the affable merchant act. It's nothing but a front for your real line of work. Save me, Shadowfeet! Is that really what you really want? You seemed so scared of him before. Look, we're not here to hurt you. We just want to retrieve the vessel. If you explain what's going on, we might even be able to help you. Why don't you start by telling us your names? Our names? Come to think of it, not once did Shadowfeet ask us that. It was always you there. So undeserved insult instead. I'm Avenel, and this here is Pepin, both born and bred in Ul'dah. We're struggling to make ends meet until Shadowfeet, claiming to be a merchant, took us under his wing. Right, and he said that he was just like us, exploited and sick of bending over backwards for the rich and powerful. And he showed us the artifact, told us it had the power to change the world for the better. His blessing, he could shrug off the charge of an Aurochs like it was a soft breeze, making you practically invincible. You couldn't imagine how impressed we were, and we did exactly as he instructed. First, he told us to pretend to be merchants so we could scout out vulnerable caravans. And next thing we knew, we were joining him on raids. Never wanted to hurt anyone, but we owed Shadowfeet for giving us the power to strive for a better life. And when we saw what happened to anyone who spoke up against him, it still makes my blood run cold to think of it. Shadowfeet mentioned before that he's also from Ul'dah, assuming he was telling the truth, that is. Seems to me his gang is mostly formed of people from a similar background, but what about Kakuja? He's a mercenary, right? Yes, hired by Shadowfeet. He's so skilled I doubt he even needs a blessing. Normally he keeps to himself, but he once told me about his homeland an ocean away. Perhaps it is not unlike my own. Avenel, Pepin, even if you still view us as enemies, we appreciate you telling us the truth. No, we're the ones who should thank you. You've shown us more kindness than Shadowfeet ever has. There's one other thing though. Although you know about the crimes we've been party to, could you give us some time to straighten things out? Once this is all over, we'll turn ourselves in, I promise. Of course, we're not the only ones looking to cut ties with Shadowfeet. We'll try to persuade the others to leave the gang. Not only that, with us acting as your men on the inside, we can help you take back your treasure. What do you say? This plan might just work. Count us in. We'll tell resistance soldiers to hold off for now and give you the chance to put things right. You won't regret it. We'll return to the den and talk to the others. Until next we meet, be careful. To be honest, that went a lot better than I expected, and although it was fairly obvious from the outset, they confirmed my suspicions about Kakulja traveling here to find work as a mercenary. Do you remember his reaction when we first encountered him? I have a feeling he and I are both from a similar part of Tyrol, and he was surprised to see someone like me here in Eorzea. Whatever the reason, he's let us go twice now. He may be aiding and abetting a nefarious criminal, but I refuse to believe he's a bad person. I think it's worth talking to him, and for that, we'll need to create an opportunity. We spoke of his homeland to Avenel and Pep, and he probably misses it, which gives me an idea. Where I come from, we have a tradition of using incense burners, and if Kakulja's village is anything like mine, a fragrance will remind him of home. Just when he's feeling all homesick and vulnerable, we make our move. The incense itself is made from copal, a type of tree resin. Do you think you could collect some of that while we gather the other ingredients? I actually came up with this idea back in Alighieri, Master Resistance Associates, where we might find copal. Good news is that there should be in a place called the Lost Horse. Bad news is that the smell attracts all sorts of horrible creatures, so try not to get eaten. Okay, I don't think I need to wait the whole time. Might be a little overkill. It's probably gonna die as I start doing tech stuff. Yeah. Even get to do the other buttons. What my other button? Hello? Thank you? Don't freak me out like that. I had too many disconnects during the melee one. Let's not return to that, please. Is that copal I smell? Yes. Oh my, this is quite the find! Once I mix this with the other ingredients, may have a batch of traditional incense ready for burning. Fortunately, preparations take a little while, so in the meantime, could you perhaps begin the search for Kakulja? According to the locals, a Mamalja has been seen near the river which runs through Brewstrock. With all the dust swirling around this place, I can't imagine you want to wash it off somewhere. I'm still bathing more than usual here, so I can relate. What are you doing here? Oh, there you are! Here, I have a present for you. It's an incense burner. The metal case is an old one I happen to have with me, but I made the incense from fresh ingredients, including copal that Arya collected. Why not try lighting it? I'm sure the aroma will bring back pleasant memories of home. There's no need. I'd recognize that smell anywhere. But as much as I long to return home, I'd rather not be reminded of what I left behind, what I might never see again. As things stand, I've no choice but to continue working as Shadowfate's mercenary, no matter what crimes he commits. Why? The fare for a ship back to Tyrol is enough to buy a mansion here in Eorzea. At least that's what Shadowfate told me. He said that if I serve him loyally, he'd cover the cost of my journey home. Hold on a moment. Surely that can't be right. People rich and poor travel from Eorzea to Tyrol all the time. Well, since I'm unfamiliar with local customs for negotiations and such, Shadowfate offered to speak with the ship's owner in my stead. Compared to my journey from Tyrol to Eorzea, traveling in the opposite direction is far more perilous due to the weather conditions and so forth. If not for Shadowfate's skill at the bargaining table, the price would have been even higher, so he said. I've been played for a fool, haven't I? Unscrupulous thieving snake in the grass! He won't get away with this. I have an idea. You should come with me to Lim's Little Minsa, where I can introduce you to the captain of the merchant ship that brought me here. He's sure to give you passage home for a fair price. To tell the truth, I was rather hoping you'd join us in our cause, but you've already been through enough. Getting you home safe and sound comes first. I don't know what to say. Thank you for your kind offer, but I have unfinished business here. Though I may have been deceived, there is no excuse for the harm and suffering I have caused. I alone must settle the score with Shalafit, once and for all. Whenever you're ready, the offer still stands. It's a pity we couldn't join forces, but he's got things to do. He's got to do things his own way, I suppose. In any case, let's head back to Alighieri. With all those soldiers around, at least we won't have to worry about bandits, which is more than I can say for this place. You know, Kakoja isn't at all like his first impression suggested. He was actually rather sweet, perhaps a touch naive. Still, we can't blame him for being taken by Shalafit's lies, and Kakoja wasn't the only one. I can't bring myself to forgive that treacherous viper. Thanks to him, we even led a merry dance, and I still have nothing to show for it. With any luck, our newfound allies Avenel and Pepin will have good news for us before long. Wow, I have so many quests to do here still, apparently. I really need to do the cleanup stuff. Anyway. Right. Alley? Ally in the alley. You'll never guess what! Someone I've never met before handed me a letter who said they were asked to deliver to an entirely different person. There's no way to tell who this message is originally from. As I'm unaccustomed to, well, everything around here, I can't tell if the letter should be taken at face value or if there's some hidden meaning. Perhaps you could take a look. Arya is to come to the Alamegan Quarter and meet with a man in spectacles. You must arrive incognito. The instructions are clear enough, but even so, this is as suspicious as month-old milk. On the other hand, it could be from Avenel and Pepin. Well, it smells like a trap. We don't have any better leads. I think we should do as the letter instructs, but proceed with the utmost caution. I'll meet you there. Now that you're here, it's time to get you into disguise. As for me, even the most elaborate costume in the world will do little to keep me hidden in a place like this. I'll stick to the shadows and watch from a safe distance. So deliberately picking your outfit for the occasion. Let's hope it fits, eh? The sash and straps are a bit tricky to get right, so if they come undone, your disguise falls apart. Just come back to me and I'll help you get dressed again. Let's continue wearing these garments in order to progress. Wow, my outfit. Well, at least I can now. Where the hecking heck is this? Here. You must be Arya, correct? I am pleased to make your acquaintance. Our mutual friend Avenel sends his regards. Like him, I and several others have resolved to make a clean break and free ourselves from Shalafit for good. You and the Mamalja girl have done us a great service by giving us a chance to put things right before reporting us to the Resistance. Now to the matter at hand. No doubt you are wondering why we must resort to such convoluted means to meet with you. Simply put, is to avoid arousing the suspicions of Shalafit and those still loyal to him. For why we brought you here, there is someone we wish for you to meet. For now, I ask that you remain in disguise. Conveniently, the area covers this part as well. Your cooperation is appreciated. One moment, please. I'm glad we have this chance to meet, whether it were under better circumstances. My attempt to put a stop to Shalafit's wrongdoing ended in failure. Tried to seize the artifact, but he was ready for me. Even so, it was an all for nothing. Thank you all for joining me in spite of the ever-watchful eye of resistance. The time has come to initiate the next phase of my master plan. Until recently, we have concentrated our efforts on liberating wares from hapless merchants, but this was all in service of something far greater. Our disruption of the flow of goods in Alamigo has plunged the markets, and as a consequence, the city itself into chaos, exactly as I had foreseen. No longer will we be forced to crawl through the mud and lick the boots of the rich and privileged. We shall cast down the oppressors. They will suffer as we have. The meager shall inherit this land. Down with the old order. I have invested our funds in restoring and enhancing discarded magic weaponry. Now nothing can stop us from taking over Alamigo. That's enough, Shadow Fates. Your treachery ends here. All this time I believed your lies, but no more. Give me the artifact now. It belongs to ffxiv and her people. What? Kakuja is Shadow Fates' right-hand man. Silence! Look at this wretched soul. That Mamelja girl has turned him against me. His one and only benefactor. He warned, should any of you side with this traitor, no longer shall you bask in the artifact's blessing. Now seize him or face the consequences. Yes, that's more like it. Any further interference could place my entire plan in jeopardy. I must act without delay. With the artifact's blessing and its shockwaves at their disposal, I was given a beating and thrown into the dirt. Later on, my friend here and a few other sympathizers snuck out and treated my injuries. More importantly, my attempted mutiny will no doubt have Shadowfeet panicking as he struggles to maintain his hold over the rest of the gang. An attack is imminent, with the palace his most likely target. I ask that you relay this to ffxiv. At the very least, she has a right to know the whereabouts of the artifact. Oh, there's a sightseeing point. One moment, if I can. Not the best mount to do this on, for the record. Let's just get up here. Okay, this job should work. Is my email logs back on? Yes. Alamigan Quarter Number 2, a residential area situated in the south of Alamigo, and the Garlean rule was assigned for the use of the lowliest subject of the Empire, not accorded citizenship. During that time, it was also known as the Peregrine Quarter, a reference to the derogatory name by which the Imperial occupiers called Alamigan natives. So, what happened? Then we were right to trust the sender of the letter after all. We knew Kakoja had scored a settle with Shadowfeet, but had no idea he'd try to take back the vessel as well. We may not be working side by side. I'm glad to count him amongst our allies. Speaking of which, we must inform the Resistance about Shadowfeet's plan right away. We stand a far better chance of stopping him with their support, but given the power at his disposal, even that may not be enough. I'll try to think of something. In the meantime, you should make whatever preparations you can, as even the smallest advantage may prove crucial. Oh, and I see you've changed back into your usual garments. Not that the outfit I chose didn't suit you, but I think this is more your style. The Mightiest shield. Avenel and Pepin are on their way here. It's Shadowfeet. He set his plan into motion. We would have come sooner, but after Kakoja openly opposed him, he became even more secretive than before. He refused to share his schemes even with his most loyal. Now, he's used a caravan to smuggle a load of Magitek into the city. He's about to launch an assault on the royal palace. We managed to sneak away, but Shadowfeet and the others will make their move any moment now. Understood. We'll head there straight away. We've no choice but to face them head on. I wish there was more I could do to help. I'd best leave the fighting to you. What? No, what am I saying? There must be a way I can help. The treasure's from my village. I should be the one to solve this. I'm sure you'll think of something on the way. I thought they'd find you here. Sitosha, you've already done so much for me and the others. The Shadowfeet tricked into becoming its accomplices. It would appear it's in your nature to help wherever you can. Nevertheless, your place is not on the battlefield. You must leave that to Arya. And to myself. But what about your injuries? They were not so severe to begin with, and those in the gang sympathetic to me provided various balms to treat the worst of them. I'm glad to know there are a few good eggs among them, but now that we've decided who's going, we need a plan. From the way Shadowfeet uses the vessel, it's clear there's one thing he hasn't realized yet. As we say in my village, cracks form in even the mightiest of shields. There's a limit to the blessing's power. If there's a limit to the blessing's power, we'll find it. Whatever you do, gotta do it quickly. Shadowfeet and the others will soon reach the palace. We'll share everything we know with the Resistance and ask them to come as quickly as possible. Be careful out there. They must have taken a long way around since the caravan won't be able to traverse the stairs. We, on the other hand, have no such concerns. Let's take a shortcut and intercept them. Again, they may try to use the vessel's power to stop our advance. We'd best keep our eyes peeled for danger. You're the best choice to lead the charge, so we'll await your signal. Ready? Well then, it's now or never. Sorry this charging the battle stuff is all new to me. I won't pretend I'm not scared, but try to stay out of your way. Besides, I can't afford to back down now, knowing what to take. Let's show Shadowfeet who he's dealing with. The eyes of level sink. Sad. Crying. Infiltrating the city was almost too easy. Now go, comrades. The smoldering ruins of the old order will be the foundation of our utopia. That's as far as you go. Oh, I thought I'd seen the last of you. Do you not see that this artifact can lift up the meek from what under the lift up the meek from under the boots of their oppressors. Not just one isolated tribe, but everyone who's ever known fear. You call me a villain, but it's you who would keep such a liberating power to yourself. You are no better than those we struggle against, and only when your ilk have been eradicated will the world know freedom. The hour has come for us to rise up and take what is rightly ours. My whole village might rely on the treasure's blessing, but we would never use it to steal from others. You lie, cheat, so nothing but misery. You don't want to cast down the oppressors, you want to be the oppressors. Silence! Enough of your sanctimonious prattle! Perhaps I am every bit as wicked as you claim, but what of it? Does your self-righteousness make you better than me? And for you and all those who judge me unworthy, my hatred will never die. Alright. My stats have been adjusted. Remember, cracks form in even the mightiest of shields. There must be some truth to it. Don't let up your attack. Keep attacking the barrier. By that, you mean... Hold up. We're doing dancer things. Chillin'. Chillin'. And we go. With the blessing, even one of us should be more than enough. I can partner him. Cool. Not how I quite supposed to spend my burst, but hey. Working? Place your trust in the... you are powerless to stop me. Place your trust in the... Wait, I may need to do this anyway. Doing good at playing dancer right now. Definitely not trying to also do my what the hell? With you all make it as good as my the barrier is fading. Is this what you meant? Oh, right, yeah. You have to, like, aim it. I remember that. Stupid, like, positional bit. This can't be. Don't just stand around there gopping. Fool. Rather not, this is the limit of the artifact's power. Oh, I can just go like... Aha! Can't get the other one though. Alright. Answer things. like hers. Let's see what we think of this. This thing, we gotta strike from a distance. For the Shadow the Bear, their artifact's power is absolute! For the power at my command! I'll take a chance and hope that this is... This'll show some backbone! Just, you know, dodging things here, it's fine. Oh, how could this be happening? You lot keep them occupied! Good old AoE time. Am I literally not even targeting? Keep attacking the barrier. Useless, do I do everything myself? Just be like this. Just keep moving, because we're physical range. No, that may have been too close, actually. I'm seeing what some of these hits are doing. I guess they're doing so little, but... Just keep hitting. It's like Raptors, right? Just keep hitting. Now you help to deal with the likes of you. He's just like doing his like little range, and now it's just weird model shot animation. At this rate, we won't last much longer. We will, though. Don't give in to... Can't lose this one like Shadow Feet. Oh, it's just coming in to help heal. Sitolja's words of courage and power. Sitolja. Huh. You will learn the fate of those who betray me. Arya, stop those missiles. Hope if I can target them. Patience a little wonky here for sure, but hey. Delphi, you stole the vessel of Brent and others, even your own followers. It's time for you to pay. What happened to the blessing? Get away! Get away from me! Not so tough without the blessing, are you? Now's our chance, Arya. Keep going, you can do this! The melee one felt more interactive. Or something. We got the vessel back, and it's still in one piece. Please, I beg of you, give me the artifact. All the trials I overcame to join the Unbound. Everything I did was for a chance at happiness. Without the blessing, I'm nothing. My haze will live on, unpunished. Enough! I've tried reasoning with you, but it seems there's only one language you understand. Are you alright? Never better. We surrender. I'd say the Shellfeed's plans for world domination are well and truly over. Not only that, but the Steelhawk vessel is back where it belongs, or at least it will be soon. Of course, I have you two to thank for everything. I quite literally couldn't have done it without you. What do you mean too far away? Excuse me. Although the resistance arrived more than a bit late, we've now taken Shellfeed and his cronies into custody. They're lucky we were on hand to confront the gang, or things could have ended very differently. I have to say, my first trip overseas was a lot more eventful than I'd have liked, but I'm glad I had the chance to meet so many interesting people. Apart from all the criminals, that is. As much as I'd like to spend more time seeing the sights and whatnot, I suppose I'd best get the vessel back to Tyrrell. What about you, Gakuja? There's only one thing I can do. Turn myself in, just like Pepin and Avenel. Even if I was dancing to Shallowfeet's tune, the fact remains that I committed those crimes of my own free will. I must pay the penalty. Perhaps if I am one day granted freedom, I'd like to pay my way home with fairly earned coin. First thing I'd do upon returning is visit your village and offer my apologies for using the artifact to carry out evil deeds. No, it is too soon to speak of such things. Wherever your journeys lead, you're always welcome in my village. Be sure to come visit one day. How about you, Arya? If you haven't passed through Twilio, my grandfather would love to show his appreciation for all you've done. Maybe I'll see you there. You are returned, Arya, but pray tell what has become of my granddaughter. Why, I'm right here. We did it, grandfather. We took back the Steelhawk vessel. My dear, what a relief it is to see you safe and well. Of course, I'm glad you were able to retrieve the treasure, but even that cannot compare to the joy of seeing your smile once more. And to you, Arya, I must express my sincerest gratitude. No doubt we have you to thank for Sitolja's safe return, not to mention that of the vessel as well. Absolutely. I would have been lost without your guidance and bravery in the face of danger. Thank you, truly. Anyway, we should be getting back to the village. No doubt the others will be clamoring to use the Steelhawk vessel to go hunting. I'll be coming back to Twilio at some point, so hopefully we'll run into each other again soon. Until next time. Some shields are made to be broken. When your achievement name is too long for the achievement box. Well, that finishes physical ranged. We will be doing, let's say, tank next. I might be doing with the level or order I had got them to 100 in, or just, you know, some weird order going dial up, some weird order. But yeah, we'll do tank next. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider tossing a like, comment, maybe subscribe, and click that little bell for notifications. Also be sure to check out the description below. Various links, social media, Discord, come hang out, get notifications there as well. And until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!